This is the kind of occasion we all relish as football fans. Non-stop hype all week long, and now for the action. And hello to you from the northeast of England. We're at St James's Park, which has been used for football since 1880. My name is Derek Ray, and joining me for commentary is Stuart Robson. And we've got Premier League action coming right up. It's Newcastle United versus Manchester United.
Well, the atmosphere is building nicely here, and we've got two teams who like to play good football. Let's hope we get a good game here. It should be.
And here's the Newcastle formation.
Well, it's a back four, a narrow midfield three and a very disconnected front three. But if the midfield players give good support to the central striker, this 4-3-3 system could work really well today.
United lineup. Number 1, Nick.
The lineup for Manchester United. Nusair Mazraoui plays with Diogo Dalot in the fullback positions. And the idea is to have just the one striker up there trying to pose problems for the opposition. An absorbing match in prospect. Manchester United get the ball rolling. Diogo Dalot. Casemiro. Succeeded in winning it back. Well, that's splendid play. And holds on to it confidently. Fernandes. Well, that's really strong play to keep hold of the ball. Bruno Fernandes. Now Casemiro. Mbeumo. Casemiro. Given away by Manchester United. Botman. It's with Joelinton. Anthony Gordon. Willock. Sandro Tonali. Well, that takes the wind out of their sails. Great defending. Well, racing away here. Gordon. Could be threatening. Can they carve out a chance? Options in the centre. Must take the lead here. Oh, but he's missed it. How on earth is this still level?
Well, I just don't know, Derek. Just a real lack of composure in the end. They should be ahead now.
Botman. Malik Chow. Tonali with it. Barnes. Trippier now. Chow. Sandro Tonali. Malik Chow. Trippier. Chow. Botman. Trippier now. Malik Chow. Sandro Tonali. Newcastle in a potentially dangerous position. Throw in then for Newcastle. Johan Wissa. It's with Joelinton. Willock. That'll be a United throw. Mateus Cunha. Fernandes. Diogo Dalot. Bruno Fernandes has it. Maguire. Casemiro. Well, there to intercept. Joelinton. Johan Wissa. Willock. Promising move this from Newcastle. And a good intervention.
Yeah, right place at the right time there. Good defending.
Bruno Fernandes. Mbeumo. Beautifully weighted ball. In it goes! The opening goal in this contest.
Well, here's the replay. Watch how he goes past his man with such ease, and it's just a change of pace. But he's still got so much work to do. Just look at the strength he shows to hold off the defender and still get his shot away. That's a really good finish.
So the action continues, and it's up to the Magpies to wipe out that last goal. Harvey Barnes. And take it away.
Read it really well.
And it's with Hall. Anthony Gordon. Willock. And on to Barnes. And teammates to play it to. Good through ball. Oh, great defending. Plenty of support here. Nussair Mazraoui. And showing good game awareness. Barnes. Chow. Wissa has it. Sandro Tonali. Harvey Barnes. Trippier. Now with Barnes. This looks interesting. Willock. Well, they couldn't quite muster a real threat. Trippier. It's a neat move. And quick thinking defensively. Bruno Fernandes. And showing fine vision. And it's in for Manchester United. They are on a victory course.
Well, here it is again, and it's all about the pace on the counter-attack. They were so quick to break out from their defensive positions, and he makes no mistake with the finish. He showed a lot of composure there.
So the ball rolling again at 2-0. Willock. Oh, that's a fine pass.
Yeah, lovely technique with that pass.
And a fine cross. And the degree of difficulty wasn't all that high in terms of the save. Diogo Dalot. Casemiro. Bruno Fernandes has it. That's a good-looking ball. Can they set up a chance? Vimo. Oh, it looked really promising for them. Harvey Barnes. The cross is on. Textbook closing down, and now they're on the attack. Well, sloppy from both sides, you have to say. Maybe room here for the counter-attack. Diogo Dalot. Casemiro. Mbeumo. Excellent vision. Just trying to keep their opponents on their toes with the passing game.
But they need to find that extra bit of guile.
Intelligent ball. Now opening things up. Well, that's how to keep the opposition at bay. Trippier. Tonali with it. Anthony Gordon. Wissa. Tonali with it. Oh, could be an opportunity here. He has time to play it over. That's a good-looking ball. And to trim the lead. Oh, our hats are off. What a challenge. And that's it. We've reached the halfway point here at St James's Park. Not to be too blunt about it, but this has been a struggle for him up front.
Well, you can't blame his work rate, but today, like the rest of the team, he just hasn't been able to find that much-needed spark.
And the ball is rolling again, and Newcastle left with a mountain to climb here in the second half. Can they respond? Hall. Tonali with it. Interesting pass. Still very much alive and kicking.
Well, just look at his movement. He knows exactly how to find space, and it's also a tidy finish. That's a nice goal.
And they get the ball rolling again. Just get the feeling the Magpies believe here. Maguire. Diogo Dalot. Bruno Fernandes has it. Mateus Cunha. Diogo Dalot on the ball. Thoughtful play. Oh, cut out brilliantly.
That looked dangerous, but he did so well there.
Yohan Wissa. Anthony Gordon. And Newcastle pushing forward with options available. But it fizzles out thanks to that piece of defending. Mateus Cunha. Maguire. Noussair Mazraoui. Casemiro. Mateus Cunha. Bruno Fernandes has it. Bruno Fernandes. Moving the ball really well here. Now an ambitious one. And taken cleanly by the goalkeeper. Trippier. Yohan Wissa. Sandro Tonali. And on to Barnes. The Magpies pushing forward with options available. To level matters! Opportunity. Well, what a stop that was. Decent idea.
Well, they're creating chances now, and these Newcastle fans are responding, but they need to make the most of this spell and get themselves back into the game.
And into the last 30 minutes now. Maguire. And that's great work to keep it in play. Did well to win the ball back. Sandro Tonali. Malik Chow. Trippier. It's with Joelinton. Sandro Tonali. Yohan Wissa. And the Magpies moving the ball forward with purpose. Sandro Tonali. Decent position. And penalised there.
Substitution for Newcastle United. Coming off the pitch, number 28, Joe Willock. To be replaced by number 23, Jacob Murphy.
Can they set up a chance? This could be the equaliser. Oh my goodness, monster tackling.
Well, he really did get his team out of trouble there.
Now, options are plenty. And let's give credit to the defending. Counter-attacking chance. Might work out. And he's breathing a sigh of relief. Ball one. Casemiro. Harry Maguire now. Diogo Dalot. .20 minutes remaining. Anthony Gordon. And showing good game awareness. Mazraoui. Bruno Fernandes has it. Oh, good vision there. Well, can they open up the defence here? Well, they were very patient, but they no longer have the ball. Murphy. Now with Barnes. Sandro Tonali. Murphy. And on to Barnes. Take it away. Here's Luke Shaw. Harry Maguire now. Casemiro. Mazraoui with it. Mbeumo. Played into the centre. Oh, terrific agility to deny them a goal.
What a save. That was on top of him in the blink of an eye. A wonderful bit of play.
Corner kick played in. Yohan Wissa. Oh, that's an interesting pass. And the timing was perfect. Ball one. Casemiro. Giving it their all in search of an equaliser. Well, there's a living, breathing example of positional sense. And a pretty ordinary challenge. How did they let that attack come to an end?
Well, that was a really excellent piece of defending there.
Nussair Mazraoui. Well, a growing sense of frustration. Just can't get near the ball. Fernandes. Mazraoui here. Casemiro. Mazraoui. Bruno Fernandes has it. Manchester United keep the ball. Advantage. Casemiro failed to hang on to it. Sandro Tonali. Jacob Murphy. Can they get themselves level? Good ball over the top. Joelinton. And a textbook interception. Mateus Cunha. Bruno Fernandes has it. Casemiro. Mazraoui. Fernandes. Here's Luke Shaw. Bruno Fernandes. Casemiro. Harry Maguire now. And the referee has added on 2 minutes of stoppage time. Mazraoui. Casemiro. Nussair Mazraoui. He could pick out a teammate. Just wasn't going to give that ball away.
Holds on to it really well there, doesn't he?
Took a really smart piece of defending to stop them. And the referee blows the whistle. That will be all for this game, and no points picked up by Newcastle United. What did you think of it all?
Well, Derek, not quite good enough today. Yes, they only lost by 1 goal, but I never felt they were in control of the game. A frustrating day all round for the coach to think about for the next time.
Well, there's a sound reason why we're focusing on him. He's made his presence felt in attack, Stuart.
Well, it's a good performance. He worked hard, played well and scored a goal. And his team won. What more could you ask for?